A warm welcome to you wherever you're joining us from around the world. This is Enterprise Morning, and we're reaching you from Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igwebike.
And I'm Choma Okoye.
All right, straight up, let's kickstart the show like this with what we have for you on our newspaper headlines. And right after that will be our main conversation also. So I will get everything all produced for you. Please do well to be part of our community. Have a say in what we say. You can always find us at Enterprise at tvnews.com. You may like, comment respectfully, that is, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7 with us today to do good and of course go through all we have today. Newspaper headlines. We have Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, Barrister, Law and Public Affairs Analyst. Good morning to you, Barrister.
Good morning, Barrister Tunji.
Good
Thank
morning.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you as always.
Yes.
Thank you. So let's kickstart this newspaper. Good morning, Choma.
Good morning, Harry.
Yes.
How are you doing?
My bad. I've said that before now.
No problem.
All right, so let's kickstart like this with the Daily Trust. What do we have?
Okay, we're starting with a big story. Milers, barbers, tailors deploy massive blackout in the north. And we have about two writers to that particular story. Power outage grounds business activities. Minister raised committee to investigate grid collapse and declare state of emergency in electricity sector.
All right, and still with what's going on in the north, and that's below at the bottom three of the same newspaper. Court Hills, Kano, local government polls dissolves electoral commission.
Okay, still on the front page of the Daily Trust. 19 die in Plateau auto crash.
And also we have new chapter begins, says Farouk Lawan after leaving Kuje prison.
Okay, and there's a bad story, like it's a sad one.
Okay.
A mother sounds shot as hoodlums attack FCDA director's apartment.
All right, but let's get to the main story here. Tinubu to Nigerians. Buy petrol at 1,000 naira per litre or CNG at 200 naira per litre.
Okay, let me just give a little body to that particular story. Let's flesh it out a little. And the body of the story says President Bola Tinubu says Nigerian motorists can now purchase a litre of premium motor spirits, also known as petrol, at 1,000 naira per litre. The president also noted that the equivalent of a litre of petrol, which is a standard cubic meter of compressed natural gas, can be had for 200 naira. And Tinubu said this when he met with the executives of the Nigerian Independent Petroleum Company led by Mr. Ramash at the State House in Abuja Tuesday. And according to a statement issued by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, titled President Tinubu meets NIPCO executive, comments investments in the CNG sector. Now, comment to you, Barrister Tunji. Looking at the president now saying, okay, I've given you people an offer. Either you go for a 1,000 naira litre of fuel, or you go for CNG at the rate of 200 naira. Is that the solution to our problems, or is that how to actually provide for the citizens? Let's look at it from that.
I think let me start from the last question. That is not the way to provide for the citizen. In fact, it's not even in line with the promise of the president. Mr. President did not promise that fuel will go as high as 1,000. In fact, he said he was less than 200,000 when he was 200 naira when he came into power, and he said he would bring it down. He said it in Yoruba. He said meaning there is scarcity of fuel, there is scarcity of money. Don't be afraid. Go and relax. We'll bring them down. Today, since the president came into power, they've been going up. It's not been coming down. And the president, it appears we have not even gotten to where we are going. You see, the idea of promotion of the CNG, yes, it's a good thing. We need to diversify. We need to also test other area. But I think the way the government is going about it, they are making it look like it's mandatory, it's compulsory, it's by force. That people must, they want to use that, they want to force people to go into that particular CNG, whatever. And these people are not even leading by example. The president, I expect the president, if truly he believes in this CNG, to first of all convert his own vehicle, not even buying. But he's not saying people should go and buy CNG car now. He's talking about conversion I expect the president to go and convert his own 5P first. I say, look, I have converted my own. I am leading you by example. Because I remember if they want to do ID card or whatever, now the first person that would go to the president will do his own. If it's money, the first person that will go and they will go and show the money. This is the new money. He will be the president. So let the president lead by example. I say, look, this is my own car. It's being converted into CNG. So it's good for us to use it. Let them, the minister, whatever, follow suit. The CNG is a future thing, as far as I'm concerned. It's not the solution to our problems now. Because this CNG that they are talking about, there are so many things that have not been put in place. How many of these stations do we have? How many people are called? How many? Where can you do this conversion that's going to be perfect? And I will not see that what happened in those states or somewhere where there was whatever as an obstacle or as an excuse to say, look, I can't go to CNG. Car that use petrol got burnt, and I hear people talk about go and arrest the guy that did the conversion. So if you have a car that is using petrol and there's a fire, you go and arrest those who manufacture the car. Is that what you are saying, or is there any law that says, look, if you are not a particular person or you are not licensed or registered, you cannot do this conversion? I'm not aware of those guidelines or those regulations that you must have a license for you to do a conversion. So we need to do a lot of things. This is a future program, or that should be, the president should not see it as immediate solution to our immediate problem now. The problem we are having now is not how many people will convert that will be able to convert. Let me assume that everybody majority are ready to convert. We will see back find ourselves where we are today, because once you have so many customers, those people also find a way of increasing their whatever. In fact, there will even be a lot of queue to even say I want to refill or want to do anything, especially when we don't even have enough. So I think we should be doing it gently and make it a piecemeal issue, not by force. The way they are looking at it, because the way I'm seeing what they are doing now, what the government is doing is they are trying to force everybody into achieve and maybe I'm thinking like with what one of the presidential candidates said recently, the SDP presidential candidate. He said those in government today are not in government to serve and provide governance. They are there to do business. And they don't. And if you are in business, you don't care about what you care about is about the profits. You don't care about the people, and that they see all of us as their customer from whom they must make money. So I think probably that is the issue here. So CNG is good. We need to go into it. But it should not be a thing that will be forcing through our neck. And I even hear that they say for you to convert that the car must be less than 10 years. How many Nigerians are using less than 10 years today? So I think that we have a long way to go. This cannot be a solution to our problem to answer your question directly.
Very true. All right, so let's move on to the Guardian newspaper, and we have the big story here. Federal government seeks IMF's help as flooding oil output crisis dampen outlook. Okay,
still on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, discuss planned meter phase out Mawson. Okay, let me take that again. Discuss planned meter phase out Mawson, Nigerian 7 million gap as FCCP intervenes.
But we equally have here lost billions. Why government youth empowerment efforts are failing.
Okay, moving on. Federal government to ASO. Can public varsities afford another shutdown? Down to get details of the particular story. Details are on page 4.
All right, we equally have here Nigeria orders may lose $10.5 trillion to cybercrime next year. Okay, now let's look at this particular story, Barrister Tunji. Can public varsities afford another shutdown? Looking at that particular story, is the federal government supposed to answer that question, or they should come to sit together to actually have a discussion on how to move the Nigerian educational system, especially for those that are in the public varsities that can't afford the private schools, on how to actually get to educate a lot of Nigerians and not make them drop out of school with the high cost of education now?
I think it appears the government is not interested in our education for now. It's not priority. That's what I'm trying to say. That you don't have it's not a priority for them. It's not what they think they want to do for now. It is something they are not putting in the front burner, and that is why we're having what we're having. So it is not good for any system to go on strike, especially our academic system. They've been fighting this war, or is it war? They've been asking for what they're asking for since 2009, and you can see to date they've not been able to answer them. And this thing they are asking for is not, it's not like those in government who's for their personal benefits. This is not for their personal benefits. It's for the benefit of the entire country. Those who want to study in our system, they go abroad and study, and they see that they have an enabling environment. They are asking for things that will provide an enabling environment in our country, and they get government is not doing it. I've been saying it, and I will continue to say that. Look, if this what ASU is asking for is INEC that is asking for it. In fact, if they are asking for times 3 of it, the government will be able to provide it. So it shows the priority of the government. You can see the government that can buy pedal jets, they can buy yachts, they can buy SUV for the first lady's office. That is not known to constitution. That can innovate vice president house for 21 billion. You cannot say there is no money, and that's why they are not able to answer the claim of the request of ASU. This request is not for their personal gain, like I said again. So I think for me, it appears the government is not interested, and it's not a priority for them, and they don't care. So I don't see how they will be able to meet this demand because of that lack of interest. It's about interest first. You must have interest. You must have desire to say, look, this is what I want to do. It's not, you can see all the area that has to do with politics is where they have their interest more, and wherever that money will come into the pocket of the government, that is their area. That's what they are concerned about. Where they will make more money is why they are concerned about. So it's not a priority for them. So and it's unfortunate that innocent citizens will suffer for it.
All right, so let's look into this for the story. These schools plan to meet a phase out may worsen Nigeria's 77 million gap as FCCP intervenes. And now there's a planned phase out of prepaid meters that will be done in the future. And this is coming at a time when millions of Nigerians are yet to even have one for themselves, and now we're phasing out the ones that we have already. Does this really look like we have a country that understands the needs of the people?
We don't have it, and I've said it. Those in government are just into businesses. They want a thing that will give them money. It's not for future. They started already. They started phasing out meters. In fact, I'm one of those affected. Really? I just acquired on that one. Yes, I have a meter, and then suddenly I want to recharge. It wasn't. It has been deactivated. Even at the time when I was in court with them. So I decided to secure another one. I spent almost 300,000 plus to secure another one. So how many Nigerians will be able to afford to get that one done? So if they want to introduce phase-out meters, if they are giving it to people for free, yeah, no problem. They will be asking people to come and pay for it. That will cause more hardship on the people, because the minimum for the phase 1 meter with a phase 1 meter, or what they call it, you won't spend less than 100 something thousand or almost 100,000 to get it. So it's going to cause more hardship for the people, and it's not in the interest of the majority. If you want to phase out meter, you can phase it out. They provide alternative for people that will not cause them anything.
All right. Well, I would have loved to go through some other stories, but for the want of time, we just have to call it a quick for this particular segment. Thank you so very much, Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid.
Thank you, Barrister,
for being part of our show today.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
All right. So thank you, Joma.
Thank you, Harry, for always making it worthwhile.
It's a pleasure.
Okay. When we return, controversial cross-dresser Idris Okuneye, popularly known as Bobrisky, spent 7 nights with Nigerian criminal investigators after attempting to leave the country. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly.